So I am currently on the journey towards creating my dream pain cave, my dream indoor training environment for cycling and triathlon. And because I talk about it on this channel, lots of you kind folk have been emailing me and messaging me photos and descriptions of your dream setups that you've got at home. And I'm absolutely loving the inspiration. So in this video, I'm going to go through some of the ones I've received recently. And I think some of these are some of the best that I've seen. So I hope you enjoy, hope you take some inspiration from it. Thanks to those people who send them in. If you've got any more, feel free, my email address is in the description down below. I'm really enjoying this. Now, first up from Chris, I'm really liking as well. I'm not just getting photos now, I'm getting full-on descriptions. Chris has been telling me that this setup is what he's refined over many years. He's made some stuff himself. It's representative of a midlife crisis. It's not about looking good, it's about working hard. It's a functional space for focused work. I love it. Let's have a look. Right, first of all, looking at Chris's garage, I cannot avoid the track car that's in there. That is absolutely like life goals for me. I had a petrol head phase before the triathlon phase. Can't afford two expensive hobbies, but I would definitely love to get another track car or weekend car again at some point in the future. Liz, sorry if you're watching this. So let's have a look at the space then. Right, what have we got? We've got a weight set up on the left. That's one of those like multi-gym things, isn't it? So there's multiple different things you can do on there. It's got some lower leg stuff, upper body stuff. So good all-round setup there, and there's some bars on the back of the wall and different weights and stuff I can see. Deadlift bar there, squat bar I think as well, so good setup. The whiteboard on the wall is interesting. Chris tells me that this is keeping his goals front and center, so I can see there's like a strength workout on the left, there's perhaps some other goals in the middle. When you're training, you remember why you're in there, that's really good. Love that sort of stuff. The Watt Bike Atom, I had a Watt Bike Atom a few years ago, and although they're not as fancy as like a kicker bike, they do rock around with a rocker plate. They're really firm and sturdy, and I think there's very few people who break them. So if you're just somebody who just trains day in, day out, just batters the equipment they're on, that's probably the right decision for you. And Chris also tells me he homemade that rocker plate, so it's on rails and it slides and tilts, and he made it himself, so brilliant. I mean, I love my rocker plate, but it was about £300, so not cheap. The actual training setup around that space, I can see there's a fan above, I can't see if there's a fan below as well, potentially, and then two TV screens for what I'm assuming is, one is you're following your training, and the other one is you're watching TV or something. That's a real good setup, I really like that. When I started this series, I had roasting your pain caves in mind, but I've liked every single one I've been sent, so the only thing I can roast in this is you're a bit light on the medal front over there. There's not too many medals hung up, but who am I to criticise? Now, on the bottom left, I'm also liking, there's some Pepsi Max in there. If it's Pepsi Max Cherry, you get extra points from me, but Pepsi Max will have to do. The other angle, so the other side of the garage, we can see that, as Chris tells me, this is his other addiction in life, aside from cars, it is bikes, and he actually says that the cars seem to be cheaper than the bikes, so you've got your bikes all hung up on the wall, really organised, that is awesome. Some more weights and another, bench press zone there, that is wicked. This little like assault bike thing, that's a bit like high roxy, isn't it? People tend to do those to really just like gash yourself out, and you seem like that sort of person who just wants to really smoke themselves. A bit of a cycling fan as well up there. I can see a lot of cycling hats and things. Tool wall, I guess most of that is for the car, but obviously some of it for the bikes as well. It's all there and visible, and you know where everything is, and that is a really, really good use of space. Dog bed as well, would have liked some dog pictures in there, but being more of a cat guy, I suppose, it's not the end of the world. And yeah, that's a really nice space. I mean, obviously it's a double garage, so you've got more space to play with, but yeah, awesome. I like that it's function over form, isn't it? Like, it doesn't need to look aesthetic, it needs to just be practical, so thanks for sharing. Next up from Gable, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but this is what he tells me is his unit, and he's soon to be moving into a new house, and he'll transfer all this stuff into a garage at that point. But this is really like, it looks like a proper workshop that has like a training space in it. So just what I can see on this first picture, there's a welder there on the left-hand side, there's a floor cleaner there, there's a pressure washer in the corner. This is a proper workshop area, exactly as he's described. There's a Speedmax on the wall, there's a Trek, is that a Domane on the wall, so you've got your bikes there, that's cool. Going to the next angle, we've got the kicker bike shift, which, I mean, I haven't ridden the shift, I've got a normal kicker bike. I think these are the ones that don't have the tilt thing on them, they're just like a static bike, but To have a full bike setup there, to not to put a bike on and off the turbo is awesome, and then it's, you know, fewer barriers to training. Treadmill looks like it's had some use, so you're pounding some miles out on that, that's good. I think what I really like about this setup is there's lots of space, there's lots of air around you, so you're not like feeling cramped in like I do sometimes in here, and have a bit more airflow is wicked. Strength set up on the wall, I can see you've got various different things there. I don't think I'll be able to pick those kettlebells up, never mind do anything with them, but pull-up bar and everything else on there, so it looks like you're a big fan of your strength workout. Big speaker and TV, yeah, mega. This is another angle of the kicker bar, yeah, that's right. I can see you've got the kicker fan, is that what it's called, in front of the treadmill. I've got one as well, but I feel like because my room's a bit smaller, I have to like prop it up at the front to get the airflow in your face or on your body. When you've got more space, you can push it back, it's okay, but it just doesn't quite, you can't tilt it up at the right angle for, in my experience, for me. So yeah, looks good though. And again, another tool cabinet from which I assume you're running some sort of business from there, because I think on this door it says waiting room. So I love that you've taken over that space and made it your training space. Love to see it. Next up from Al Iron Legs. Got a lot of respect for Al. He broke both his legs some years ago and was told that he'd probably never walk again, and now he's back doing triathlon, so fair play. Let's see where that magic was created. Bit of motorbiking history, as you can see, he's done a lot of that in the past. Numbers on the wall, big respect for the numbers. Lots of outlaw events in there as well, which I've seen you at, so that's awesome. That is one hell of a medal haul. Now, I know they're not all your medals individually. I know that there's a couple of you in the household that do events, so that is good to see. Not all of these are mine either, so you know, I won't criticise you for that. So let's pause it and see what we've got here. Lighting is interesting to me. This, it's almost like mood lighting. I've always never bothered with that sort of thing in here, but when I see it on a video or on a picture, I think, maybe you are getting those, like, I don't know, spin class vibes, or those sort of like training room vibes. Maybe it is worthwhile me looking into it. Let's have a bit more of a look further around. Mirror, so again, I guess you can see when you're doing some strength work or on a bike or something. Some motorbike leathers in the corner, some jerseys. I think you've got your own jersey there that you made as well, and helmets and stuff like that. What was that though? Just get there. Is that some sort of stand? Bikes everywhere, which I can get behind, absolutely. Looks like a really good space, and yeah, some nice portraits on the wall as well. That is wicked. Then we've got another one here with the lights off, so it's in the main light off and just the background lights on. It does look cool, doesn't it? Are they changing colours? Oh yeah, that is awesome. Oh, are they like fairy lights or something? Just like Christmas lights? That is mega. I bet when you've got the music pumping and you're bashing out like a VO2 max session or something in there, that is the place to be. Yeah, awesome. I mean, again, it's just like a function over form. Yeah, it might not look like super clean and tidy and aesthetic. There's a lot of stuff in there, but you're doing lots of stuff, so I love that. There's a lot of strength set up in the corner as well. I know that one of his big focuses this winter is to get stronger, so as part of his long-term recovery and plans for next year. So yeah, that is awesome. Love to see it. Hope you're not getting too fit though, because I know we're going head-to-head potentially at the Outlaw Full Relay next year. But yeah, thanks for sharing. Let me know which ones or which features were your favourites in the comment section down below, and I'll see you again very soon.